fresh and new Greenhorn Live episode is upon us.
We have 3 great stories off the grill, starting with the FBLA trip to Champlain College a few weeks ago, the addition of a breakfast block to the schedule, and a run-through of the varsity softball team's scores.
Around mid-April, the students of the Information Technology and Business Intro program embarked on a trip to Champlain College. The River Valley Technical Center sent multiple students to learn about business handling with members of the Vermont Future Business Leaders of America. A few students in our RVTC programs won awards for specific contests held at the assembly.
Students get the opportunity to dress up in dress code, and we go up on a nice coach bus. Students get to be around lots of other students who are also in competitions. My students did the computer problem solving competitions. My 2 students won the computer simulation and programming contest, which was excellent. They got first prize.
I learned about dress code for one. We were in business attire the whole day, and I was not used to that, especially the shoes.
So students also got to participate in 2 to 3 different workshops throughout the day. There was a keynote speaker, and of course lots of yummy food from the cafeteria.
I learned about taxes, business taxes.
I think Champlain College is an amazing school. It's a little bit up there on the price category, but they have an awesome computer science and cybersecurity program. So I would highly recommend students who can afford to go there that they do try to pick that and have that on their list.
It was really nice.
Technology majors, they had 7 available. I could go for any of the 7 other than graphic design.
I would also highly recommend Norwich University, who I'm doing some cybersecurity work with as well. But there's also lots of other schools, the Vermont State program schools that are very affordable to go to name just a few.
In an unexpected turn of events, a designated breakfast period has been added to the school's daily schedule. Students have flocked to the cafeteria with enthusiasm since the breakfast period was announced. While many students enjoy the breakfast period, some question its usefulness, considering the before-school breakfast period and the fact that the cafeteria runs out of food during this time.
I was just in my first period, and I was just like, there's a little switch in the scheduling that you can go down to the cafeteria or the tech store during advisory, walk around, but you can't not roam around in the hallways.
It's probably useful for kids to show up a little bit later. I mean, it's definitely helpful for people who don't want to get up and make breakfast right before school, and that it's sort of just a period where it gives people the time to get to school, and then they have a few minutes to get ready at school.
But for me personally, I just eat breakfast now before school starts.
So many kids walking around late in advisory, so they made advisory shorter so that they wouldn't miss out on an advisory. Instead, they could get breakfast and then get back to advisory on time.
I didn't even know there was a new breakfast period.
Quite frankly, I just find the new schedule change unnecessary. I think if people are going to get breakfast, let them get breakfast at the start. Don't make advisory end sooner because of it.
I don't know if it's useful, but I do appreciate the time that I get in the mornings to just chill with my friends, I guess, whether or not I eat the breakfast again or not.
Having advisory is fun. Having a breakfast schedule for just people to walk around takes way more time in advisory.
And off to the sports desk.
You win some, you lose some. A phrase that resonates with the varsity softball team here at Springfield High School. In this edition, the sports desk at Greenhorn Live investigated what it's really like to learn from the losses, strengthen the team, and to make it a family.
We had a rough start because it was our first game. We had a lot of jitters, but after the first inning, we played our hardest. We played good. We had some really good plays. I think we could have done better in certain innings. Like the first inning, we didn't have them very good.
I think it definitely could have been better, obviously, because of the score, but we had a really hard first inning, which caused everything else.
I think we struggled with some situational stuff. There's a lot of overthrows and underthrows.
I think everyone has mistakes. I definitely made some mistakes, but I was also able to bring it back as well. Personally, it wasn't my best. I struck out once. I definitely could have done better, but it's not going to happen again.
My coach didn't want to put me in at the time because he didn't want to like scare off the other team and have me like give too much pressure. So I actually sat and cheered on my team, which helped them out a lot.
I had a couple mental mistakes, and definitely there were times that I was like getting in my head, getting frustrated with myself and the team and the score. But other than that, I think for our first game it was okay.
As a whole, I think we played as a team. We supported each other. We lifted each other up. We did good at communicating. Next time we need to stay calm and ignore the stress.
We had a lot of positivity. The only thing that we really needed to work on was communication and not making so many of those physical mistakes.
There was people brought from different schools and brought up from JV. So I think it's the fact of learning how to play to each other and how each other play. I definitely think there's improvements, but I think we worked well together overall.
After that loss, the varsity softball team was able to recover and defeat the visiting Proctor Phantoms 9-7. The record now sits at 2-3. That's all from the sports desk. I'll see you guys next week. Back to you, Sasha and Keegan.
Stay tuned to Greenhorn Live as we continue to bring you a plethora of fresh news stories. And yes, the boys' bathrooms have closed yet again.
See you next time. Signing off.